What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Cohn phone. I'll be here taking your calls till about lunch over here in the Pacific time zone. It's 10, maybe till about 11:30, 12. Feel free to call in. The link is in the chat box. It's in the description. I like to usually give a little preamble before I take calls, something to at least think about, something to discuss. You guys always have your own things that you want to talk about, and I like listening. But if you want something to think about, to talk about, let me just review 12 bold takes I had this week. And, you could argue with me, you could agree with me. But let me just review 12 things I said this week that I thought were rather bold, just to give us something to talk about. One, there's virtually no trade market for Jimmy Garoppolo. No team wants him as their starter. Let's start there. That's how virtually no trade market for Jimmy G. No team wants him as their starter. If you can find a team that wants him, let me know. A lot of Niner fans will tell me, oh, Pittsburgh wants him. Oh, Washington wants him. Have you heard that from anyone in those markets? Because I haven't. Two, I think the Niners should release Jimmy Garoppolo because there's no trade market for him and they need that cap space. Three, the Niners probably won't release Jimmy Garoppolo because of the optics and the egos in the building. The optics of trading him and the hit it would take to the egos that got him and turned down a first-round pick or a second-round pick for him in 2020, turned down a third-round pick for him last year, just so they could get like a 6th-round pick or nothing this year. They won't release him, even though they should. 4, Jimmy Garoppolo will start for the 49ers in 2022 because he'll be on the team, or else Kyle Shanahan will lose the locker room just like 2021. They'll bring him back. They won't have a choice. He'll have to start because that's who the locker room wants. That's my next bold take. 5, the Niners are the only team Jimmy Garoppolo would start for in 2022. 6, Jimmy Garoppolo is a product of good coaching who will fail elsewhere because he can't create off script and he doesn't read defense as well, and the whole league knows it. 7, Carson Wentz is better than Jimmy Garoppolo, so forget Indianapolis as a destination because going from Wentz to Garoppolo would be a downgrade. 8, it's better for Pittsburgh and Washington to sign a bridge quarterback such as Carson Wentz, Jameis Winston, Teddy Bridgewater, Mitchell Trubisky, and draft a quarterback rather than trade for Jimmy Garoppolo and not draft a quarterback. 9, better for Philly, Houston, Miami to start their young quarterbacks rather than go backward with Jimmy Garoppolo. 10, Jimmy Garoppolo has no upside and can't win a Super Bowl, so it's freaking pointless to start him over young quarterbacks with upside such as Jalen Hurts, Davis Mills, Tua Tagovailoa, and Trey Lance. 11, Kyle Shanahan has taken his time with Trey Lance because he essentially has a lifetime contract and can do whatever the hell he wants. No other coach would do this with Trey Lance. And then 12, the Niners should trade George Kittle. That's a big one. I've been thinking about it. I really feel that way. This is the time to do it. Bill Walsh said you trade a guy a year early, not a year late. If they wait and George Kittle has another injury-plagued season, they're not going to be able to trade him in his contract. It will be untradeable. It'll be an albatross. And he's still a good player, but not $16 million a year good. When they signed him, they thought he'd be the guy averaging 10 yards after the catch per reception, getting 20% of their targets in the pass game. Now, he averages about 6.5 yards after the catch per reception. That's 4th on the team after Debo, who's at 10, Elijah Mitchell, who's at 8, and Brandon Ayuk. I mean, he's not even better after the catch than Brandon Ayuk, who's not a yak specialist. Kittle is supposed to be a yak specialist, not a red zone specialist. Excellent blocker, but what he's given you, I mean, 15% of the targets, 6 yards after the catch per reception, that's $8 million a year, plus his blocking, not 16. And what's going to happen is his target share is going to go down. Ayuk's is going to go up. Debo's is going to go up. Debo got 21% of the targets. He should get 25 like Kupp. Ayuk got 15% of the targets. He should get 17, 18, 19, 20. Kittle got 15. He should get 11% of the targets on this team. So, I mean, send him to a team that's actually going to use him the way his contract says he's supposed to be used. I just don't know if his body can do it anymore. I think his body's breaking down. I think that's why the Niners don't use him as much. They're trying to preserve him. You didn't pay him all that money to preserve him. Let someone else do that. If you don't trade him now, I don't think you'll have the opportunity. All right, those are all the things on my mind. Let's take some calls. Michael.
Yo, what's up, Grant?
What's up, Michael? How you doing, man?
What was your second take? I kind of forget.
My second take was my first was there's virtually no trade market for Jimmy Garoppolo because no team wants him as their starter, and my second was the Niners should release Jimmy Garoppolo since there's no trade market for him.
I don't really think the 49ers should release Jimmy Garoppolo. I sort of think they should maybe just wait for a bit, and then
How long?
if if they're if you can't trade Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe hold him for a bit, and then maybe have a actual quarterback competition, and whoever plays better, go with that guy.
That was my instinct too. I've been talking to a lot of people in the league, and I've been trying to ask questions like this, like why can't they just keep both and finally have that competition that never happened last year? And what I hear is that it's never going to be a real quarterback competition in this locker room. Jimmy Garoppolo is very popular and that's not just popular. I mean, he has tight relationships that he's built with these players who are always going to think he's better than Trey Lance. I have a feeling like the vets that have known Jimmy for a long time will always be partial to him. I mean, I don't think there's going to be one day where George Kittle on the practice field is like, damn, Lance is just better than my buddy. I just don't think they're ever going to see it that way. And so the locker room is going to say, Jimmy won the competition. And you know what? Who cares about practice? Jimmy's played big in big games. We don't even know what Lance can do. So I don't think you can ever have that competition, which is why I think keeping Jimmy on the roster is so problematic because the locker room freaking loves him. But I could be wrong. What do you think?
Well, it's sort of difficult because it doesn't really matter what the players think. Kyle Shanahan wants he wants Trey Lance to start. He
Right.
can see it. Like you said, I don't remember, but you said that he came out and threw the first touchdown pass of the season.
That's right.
That and the
It says a
locker room
lot
did
about what
not
Kyle
like it.
wants, right? Yes. But the problem is I just feel like Kyle every coach knows you can't lose the locker room, right? And I
Yeah,
think Kyle felt he was losing the locker room when he was inserting Trey Lance and they were losing and the team was mad about it. I think he's like, I want Trey Lance, but they don't. And I can't, I don't have that many wins under my belt. I have a losing record as a head coach. The main thing I have going for me is the locker room trusts me. They're all on my side. And if I jeopardize that, what do I have? That's where I think he's coming from. That's why I think Trey Lance stopped playing. I think the locker room was like, enough. We don't want this. Even though Kyle was like, you need it. We're not going to win a Super Bowl this way. He gave the locker room what they wanted, and they came close. I don't know. I'm arguing with you. I'm sorry. What do you think, man?
I kind of want say George Kittle, they end up starting Trey Lance, which is what we all want. Well, most of us all want. Uh, if they do start him and someone complains, you're off the team. Simple. You're going with one player and one player only.
I agree. And
one quarterback is the one that has upside, the one that we cannot sit another year and have him sit basically 3 seasons of football.
What you're saying is, guys, this is a business. It's not a social club. It's not a family. Remember when they lost? Everyone was like, I just want everyone to know how close we are. Doesn't matter. You lost. You're not a family. It's a business. And you're in the business of winning Super Bowls. You haven't done it yet. You got to make a business decision and go to a quarterback who gives you a chance. Because Jimmy apparently doesn't give you a chance to win a Super Bowl. He can get you close. It's a business. The only thing is, if you keep Jimmy on the roster and just bench him, I think that business decision is hard for a lot of people on the team to take because that's their friend. You know what I mean? They could feel like, why are you doing this to him? Why don't you just release him? Why are you, basically humiliating him? Release him and let him go somewhere else. I think that's what a lot of his fans and family, and I think that's what he wants. Do you think Jimmy would rather stay and be Trey Lance's backup for a year or get released?
No. It would be very awkward.
What they could say is out of respect to Jimmy, we're going to release him and let him pick his destination because we respect him so much when really it's like, well, we don't really want to we don't care about the 6th round pick in 2074 that we're going to get in return for him. So we'll look like the good guys here. We're going to spin this as we're generous to Jimmy. What do you think?
Me as a fan would I want a pick for him, but if we can't get him, he's a nice guy. Just let him go walk and let him choose his destination, like you said.
I didn't mean to change your mind, man. I'm sorry. I argued very strongly against a child, and I think that was probably wrong. I didn't. Well, why did I do that? You're not a child, though.
It's fine.
It's all right. Michael, good call, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you challenging my assertions. You did a good job.
Okay. Thank
All
you,
right,
Grant.
for sure. Fook Me says, could you redo Jimmy contract with a $15 million signing bonus plus another $15 million in incentives to lessen the salary cap hit and keep him and get a third next year if we can get better for him this offseason? You want to keep him. You want more. You want to extend his contract longer. Man, that's Fook Me, man. I don't know. That doesn't sound like something I want to do. All right. Keith, what's up, dude? Good to see you.
What's up, man? How you?
I'm hanging in there, man. Good to see you.
Man, you had a lot of takes, but I as a fan, why are we worried about Jimmy G's trade market if we're ready to move on from him? The salary cap space is more important to me than the actual what we can sign in free agency or whatever it comes to that. Like,
I agree.
we can't get a one for Jimmy. I don't think we can.
No.
Any viable place. Pittsburgh, and I thought this last year, I would rather have Jameis than Jimmy. Jameis has way higher upside than Jimmy. And I think if you put him in the Shanahan offense, which we saw him kind of playing well under Peyton, right?
Real quick, Jameis has upside. Jimmy doesn't. That's the distinction. Jimmy doesn't have upside. That was one of the things I said. No upside, can't win a Super Bowl, which makes him essentially a waste of time if you have a quarterback with upside on your team.
It makes him a backup.
Thank you. Thank you. And that's why there's no trade market for him. I mean, I keep hearing Niner fans tell me other teams that want him. I haven't heard any other fan base being like, oh, man, wait till we get Jimmy Garoppolo. Like,
no, as bad as Wentz was in Indianapolis, he has more upside still than Jimmy.
No question.
He probably will get another opportunity.
If you were Pittsburgh, who would you rather have, Jimmy in a trade or Carson Wentz on the free agent market?
Carson Wentz.
It's a no-brainer.
And why would I pay $26 million for Jimmy when I could probably get Wentz for 15?
Thank you.
And the Saints had Jameis for 5 last year.
Thank you.
And he was starting to play well.
Teddy Bridgewater can do 95% of what Jimmy does for like 10% of the cost.
It's not even a question. People are living in la la land thinking another team is going to – they watched our team. We have everything but the quarterback. I have one more – I don't want to call it conspiracy theory, but you got me on this. I've been seeing a lot of Tampa fans talking about going all in for Deshaun Watson, right? And I am for Trey Lance starting, but if we can get Brady as a free agent versus having to give Tampa compensation, if they somehow swung to get Deshaun Watson, do you think they would release Brady and then that would maybe open up a door for him to come to
I don't think so. I think they would look at that as still an asset. They could get something.
You're right.
It's still an asset.
But what if he asked, hey, man, I won y'all a Super Bowl. I just want y'all to let me go. You think they still be like, nope?
Yeah. Or I mean, if he names his place, I mean, it's not like Tampa could really ask for much. Right. There's not much of a negotiation, so the Niners wouldn't have to give him much, theoretically.
And I got one more, and then I'm going to let you go. I think you're starting to win me over on the Kittle.
Makes a lot of sense, right?
It does make a lot of sense. I don't like to let go of all pro players, but like you said, Parcells or Bill Watson, whoever said that, and that's a case in every sport, not just football. You get rid of somebody while you can get value for them before you can't.
Because to me, if you wait one more year and he has another injury year, then you can't trade him. No one's going to want that contract. They're going to be like, man, he's injury prone. It's been 3 years in a row. He's almost 30. Nah. Now all of a sudden you can't trade him at all. I mean, this is, I think, your last opportunity.
And what market does a tight end really have as far as trade value anyway, no matter how good he is? I do know one thing that Shanahan had been trying to do. He tried to bid for Austin Hooper, and he's been trying to pair a tight end with Kittle. So I don't know.
You could have a group of 3 guys who are way cheaper than Kittle at kind of all, the blocker, the receiver.
Right.
Yep.
That makes sense.
How essential is Kittle the offense anymore? I mean, he's not – he's the third option in the passing game at best.
I'll say this. We did lose games when he was on the IR earlier this year. I don't know if that has nothing to do with him or not. It seems like when he doesn't play, there's a significant drop-off at his position. Now, can we find somebody to fill that gap between maybe him and what Dwelly or whoever can't bring? But it seems like when he's not out there, it does change our run scheme for whatever reason, or maybe how he blocks and releases. And I think he puts more pressure on the defense.
He's a good player. He still is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so I don't know, man. That's going to be. I don't think they're going to do it, but I don't think you're way off with that take.
I don't think they're going to do it because they're family. All right, Keith. Good call.
All right, man.
See ya. Let me jump Rob to the front because
he got kicked out.
Hold on. There's echo.
What's up, man?
There's echo.
Wait, there's
hold on.
Wait, there's big time.
Hold on, I got you.
All right.
How's that now?
Testing one better. Oh, let's do it. What's up, man?
All right, so listen. The thing about it is, I'm gonna get you up on 2 takes. The first take is number 10, and the second take is number 12.
Okay.
We're going with number 10 first because the thing about it is.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. You're muted. You're muted. You pressed mute by accident. So start over.
I can't hear you.
There you go. You're muted. There you go.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
We back.
Can you hear me now?
I got you.
Turn me down though. You go.
We good? Okay. So, I've been questioning whether the fault has been Kyle or Jimmy for the last couple years. And I'm telling you, I really think it's Jimmy. Kyle is not the problem. Kyle can be utilized for some of the blame because he's the play caller. But in all of those fourth quarter games, I don't care if it's the Super Bowl, I don't care if it's the NFC title game, Jimmy Garoppolo still had to go out there and play.
Yeah.
He still had to go out there and get the ball hiked to him. And it was still his errant throws and his lack of being able to put the ball down the field in the right spot that has us in this conversation. I'm sick of hearing the fact that Kyle is not ready to lead us to glory because we've been in these situations 3 times and he hasn't seemed to be able to close the deal. I'm here to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I believe in Kyle Shanahan. Jimmy Garoppolo is the problem. And now that we're getting all this turnover with the team, you're going to see the different side of Kyle, and I believe we're going to seal this deal. When you got people completely throwing up goose eggs in the fourth quarters, what do you think is going to happen? You got defense out there balling lights out, but you can't get the offense to put up any more points. You can't get the offense to move the ball down the field to even stress the opposing offense so that if they do happen to get the ball back, they're not this close to the end zone. Where's my offense doing the job that they're supposed to do? That's the first take.
Hold on real quick. So Jimmy, 3 things. Turn down for a second. Turn down. Jimmy, he can't create off schedule. So he's got to be like Peyton Manning or Tom Brady, where he knows where to go with the ball before the snap. He's not like that. He's one of the he has one of the lowest football IQs of starting quarterbacks in the league. He's like Sam Darnold bad. And so he can't read defenses. He doesn't know where to go with the ball. He can't move. And he won't throw the ball down the field. That's a backup. And the fact that the Niners could get such production out of him speaks to Kyle. And what I was trying to say the last few years between him and Nick Mullins, they're both backups. The fact that Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't far and away better than Nick Mullins tells you everything you need to know about Jimmy and Kyle. What Kyle can do with backup quarterbacks. Jimmy's a backup. People say he's a solid starter. No, he's not.
There was a time, I believe it was either in 19 or 20, when we had 3 quarterbacks. It was Jimmy, Sudfeld, and the other guy. All 3 of them were of the same playing field to me. They were all equally.
Jimmy, Beathard, and Mullins. Yeah.
Yes. That's who it was. They were all the same quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen next year when it's just Trey. We need to get an entire quarterback room that has the same exact skill set. That's
Tyrod
what needs to happen going forward. Yes, exactly. Tyrod Taylor. Yeah. Now, your next take, point number 12. I believe I'm the one that brought it up to you a few weeks ago. I'm like, yo, nobody's going to like this. We need to get rid of George. We need to get rid of George, not because I don't like George. I love George. Yeah. But, again, this is a business, and the greatest coach of all time, this is how he's been in the league for 20 years. I'm get rid of players right when they're at their cream of the crop. And guess what? The reason why so many people are disappointed with what I'm saying right now is because he's that good, which means we can get maximum value for him.
This is an organization. This is an organization that traded Roger Craig, Ronnie Lott, and Joe freaking Montana. So George Kittle isn't off limits. No.
Heck no.
Hell
George
no.
can go, man.
Yeah.
George can go. And for $16 million, and we need some help with the defensive backs, and we need some help on the line. We could use that $16 million and a myriad of other places.
They gave him that $16 million thinking he'd be catching 20% of the targets, averaging like 8-9 yards after the catch per reception. That's not him anymore. He's like, I mean, he's good, not great.
I don't even care. I don't even care that that's not him anymore because the entire scope of the team has changed offensively. Okay.
Yep.
Everybody keeps talking about the fact that George got phased out of the offense. He didn't get phased out. We were utilizing a quarterback who had to get the ball to him specifically because he couldn't put the ball anywhere else.
Right.
We now have other receivers doing their jobs. We now have a running back that can add to the receiving core. We don't need to have a quarterback that gives us balls at the 10 to 15, maybe 20-yard line. That's where your tight end goes. Right. That's where your tight end goes. So no. It's not that George is getting phased out. It's the fact that the game plan is different, and because the game plan is different, we can save that money elsewhere.
Debo surpassed him. Debo does most of the same, everything George Kittle does, but better. So a lot of the things, a lot of the times you'd want to go to Kittle. It's like, well, let's just do it with Debo and get a. Debo averaged more than 10 yards after the catch per. That's a first down.
Yes, he did
every time. I mean, it's crazy, man. So. Sorry, George, don't need you as much anymore. We paying you all this money because we didn't realize how good Debo was going to be, and we didn't realize that Ayuk could do a lot of the stuff you do too. Sorry.
And here's the other thing people don't understand about Yak. I believe I brought this point up too before. It's great to have a guy that can get you a lot of yak, but that's not where you want his development, that's not where you want his main accrual of yards to come from. Right. If you get a guy that's great with yak, if you give him the ball in stride, that's damn near a touchdown every time because he's running full force, and that same effort to bring him down, he's off to the races ahead of the guy. The guy can't even catch him.
Yep,
that's what you get.
I mean, are you going to miss Kittle's 5-6 touchdowns a year? No,
no.
He's not that guy. He was the yak guy who also was a great blocker. Now he's a great blocker who's a good receiver. Who actually isn't even used as much as he probably should be because the Niners have better receivers. Period.
I'd rather see Kyle Juszczyk leading Trey Lance into the end zone, which is essentially what we saw in the beginning of the season.
Yeah. All right, man. I got to take more calls. You killed it, man. Thanks for coming on, as always.
Grant, I appreciate it, man. You're the man.
You're the man. Good to see you, Rob.
Likewise.
Peace. Real quick, we got Kajon25 saying, if you trade Kittle and Jimmy, you lose the leadership on this team. Kittle is the team guy to take a pay cut. Gotta keep Kittle. You think Kittle will take a pay cut? Man, he was fighting over every nickel and dime with the Niners a couple of years ago. I disagree. Respectfully. What's up, Trey Lance fanboy?
I'm just heartbroken. I might tear up. Psych. We don't have the QB whisperer anymore. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I don't know why Kentucky hired him, but Niners fans rejoice across the world once again.
You telling me that Trey Lance is going to be okay without Rich Gangarella's direction?
Sadly, I do think that will be the case.
Wow. Shots fired, Rich. Did you see that Tom Pelissero called him a
QB whisperer? Crucial to Jimmy Garoppolo's development.
Hey, if Trey Lance plays well this year, he can be like, I did that. That was me. I was coaching him last year.
That was all me.
So what's up with the helmet? What's going on, man?
I want to have one bold take and talk about how much I hate Jimmy Garoppolo. I'll start with the Jimmy Garoppolo stuff.
It's a safe space for people like you, please.
Thank you for providing the safe space. My thing about Jimmy Garoppolo is I think you cut him before March 8th, so you get all the money off your cap space. So you have the chance to re-sign. You have the chance to re-sign Laken Tomlinson to protect Trey Lance. Yeah. And also, too, you could probably go out and get a person like Jesse Bates, who would be crucial to the Niners defense, or pick up a corner.
Yeah.
It makes totally more sense.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. March 8th. Man, that's 10 days from now. I like the idea of that. Whew.
I'd love to see him gone even sooner, but you know what? March 8th can do. My second take is for all your viewers trying to make money here. Put in a ticket on Trey Lance to win MVP, plus 5,000. He's gonna have a Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson year. Put in those tickets, and we'll meet you at the bank.
I like it. Plus 5,000. That sounds good. What if he doesn't start though? What if Jimmy Garoppolo comes back and starts?
Jimmy Garoppolo's not coming back on the team. I say March 8th, he's out of here. But
yeah, I love it, man. Anything else?
That's it for me today, man.
All right, man. Good to see you.
Thanks, yeah.
Peace. All right, hold on. I'm gonna jump the coach to the front just cause I'm gonna get you, Tim. What's up, coach?
What's going on, my guy?
How you doing, man?
Hey, I gotta get at you today, man.
That's what this is all about.
All right, so I'm just gonna touch on a couple of things. Number one, you said that there's been no verifiable quotes or sources about anybody wanting Jimmy G.
Please prove me wrong, please.
Ben Standig of The Athletic reported that one executive from the Commanders could justify sending their first round pick to the Niners for Jimmy Garoppolo should they determine.
No, but that was some other team being like they could. That was some
are
other guy
worthy
like,
of
that team over there.
I know you're triggered because you won't let me finish.
I'm sorry.
I know you're triggered because you won't let me finish.
Hold on,
okay,
go ahead.
Nah, all right. An executive from the Commanders said, and quote, "For a team that needs to win now, the veteran here trumps the unproven rookies." All right.
Absolutely, but there's other veterans available.
Yeah, okay, but in the guise of talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, like that's
we all agree that Pittsburgh and Washington is going to start, or they're going to start veterans next. We all agree on that.
Yeah, I mean because they have a team. I mean, but if you look at it, Washington has a franchise. I mean, even though from the outside looking in, they may be a little delusional, but from just the cap and how they built their team, they could really benefit from a veteran quarterback stepping in with the roster that they have.
No doubt. But does it have to be Jimmy?
Okay. No, it doesn't have to be Jimmy, but you set the precedent of saying 0 people have said.
I was wrong.
Okay.
You got me.
All right. So that's one.
You got me.
2.
Back-checking Grant Cohn. All right, that's good.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, I hate to do it.
It's fair.
Okay. 2.
Yeah.
2, 3 quarterbacks that you brought up: Davis Mills, Jalen Hurts, and Tua Tagovailoa. Okay.
Yes.
Now, all right. At best, Jalen Hurts, he's not what Jimmy is passing the ball. He's not. He's not, bro. I mean, Jalen Hurts. I mean, if you want to do it, Jalen Hurts is athletic. All right. He's very athletic, but Jalen Hurts has had some woeful starts. Okay, throwing the ball. All right. And Davis Mills, he has upsides, but he's like a fart in the wind. He showed us a little something, but let's be honest. Like, he got on the field out of injury, out of necessity. They didn't really hang their hat on him. And for Tua, I would say that, Mike McDaniels got the job because I'm pretty sure he had to sit in the office and say, I can win with Tua. I mean, they let go of Brian Flores because they chose Tua over Brian Flores, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say that Tua is in the ilk of that, but there are. I mean, let's be honest. There is going to be a bump in the league because this is a quarterbacks league. Somebody is looking at Jimmy as, well, we can ride off of what he brings from his veteranship, what he does in the locker room. And just as much as I know from being in bed with Jimmy, so to speak, that there's going to be a couple of OCs that are going to put their ego around and say, I can win with this guy.
I don't think so.
I can do it
because I think the Niners have made it so clear that Jimmy isn't good. Like, everyone hears Kyle Shanahan saying, I can't win with this guy. And I think if the Niners thought, well, Kyle can pump up Jimmy's value because his system, but everyone knows Kyle doesn't like him. I think it backfired on him big time.
Okay. But ask this.
Can we go back to the Jalen Hurts thing real quick? Like,
let's
when
go.
You're suggesting that Houston and Philly should or would want to go backwards. Like, Jalen Hurts improved from year 1 to year 2. He's improving. I don't know how good he's going to be, but there's upside there. He improved from year 1 to year 2. You just gave him a full season starting. He started a playoff game, and now you're going to put him to the bench so you could give Jimmy Garoppolo a year, a dude who hasn't improved. who has no upside and can't win a Super Bowl. So what do you accomplish by putting Davis Mills back on the year for a bit? Like, just
I'm not here. Listen, I'm not here to. I'm not. Don't get me on the side of defending Jimmy. Okay, don't throw me on that side.
Right,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Philly would take the bait, but I'm just challenging you. You just went on the extreme end of the spectrum, saying that nobody, absolutely nobody, would take a.
As a starter,
I don't believe that.
I don't
believe
like
when
the
there's
third choice for a few teams, but I don't think he's the number one choice for any freaking team as a starter. Like Houston,
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. I think that there is a select niche market for Jimmy fitting into a situation. I don't think that he is looked at as a clear and away starter.
Thank you.
All right, I'm with you there.
That affects his trade value because if you're not, the reason those teams got seconds for Darnold and Wentz last year is they went to jobs where there was a starting job waiting for the team. Was like, that's our starter this year, Darnold.
Right.
No
for Jimmy to overtake a starter, that's more of a delta to cross. I'll give you that.
And that's why I think his value is more in like the backup quarterback. There's no team saying, yeah, he'll start for us this year. Like maybe, but we're also going to draft a quarterback. We also have a guy. We'll have to see how it goes. We might put you on the bench for a year like Tennessee did with Tannehill and just let it play out. That could all happen for him this year. One of my bold takes is that Jimmy won't start this year unless it's for the 49ers. I don't know if you want to react to that. I really do believe that.
One of my bold takes is that in order for the 49ers to really get some worth for Jimmy, they're going to have to let go of Jimmy and that second round pick. They're going to have to let go of Jimmy, that second round pick, to get somebody to give up a late first.
Oh, okay. I see. Package him with the pick. That makes sense.
Package him with the pick just to sweeten the deal.
I like that.
I think that could move forward, which leads me to Skaggs leaving. I think that Skaggs leaving is not really a big deal. However, I could see a couple of successors coming in that will really benefit. I could see John Beck making the cross to actually get the job on staff. Yep. There could be a situation with collusion there because he is under contract with the Jets.
Oh,
so
really? Okay.
Yeah. So there might be something there. Jordan Palmer. And a dark horse replacement would be Alex Smith.
Boom. That'd be cool. I wonder if he wants to. He's so rich. I think he's a media guy. I think he's a media guy in training, but it'd be interesting.
Okay. And now,
he's still playing.
Yeah, you're in comedy now. I thought you were. One day he's gonna
be the Gary Kubiak. He's gonna be Kyle's Gary Kubiak. You watch one day.
Nah, I won't watch it all. So look, real quick. I don't understand what this whole trade George Kittle thing is about, man. I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. I do not like it. Number one, this whole when you say that you can replace George Kittle by committee with, we can get a pass catching tight end, and we can get a tight end that can block, and we can get a short yardage tight end. That's what the $16 million is for, because of what George Kittle can do. I think that you guys and the people that you're like the Pied Piper with this stuff. You got your little guys following you, but I think that people aren't understanding that the reason why we run the offense that we run is that we make everything look the same and run it out of different formations and different perspectives from our offense. You can do that with a guy like George Kittle, who is multifaceted. You see how our team drops off when he's hurt. It's very noticeable when he's not there. Mike McGlinchey going down was an afterthought because of George Kittle. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo even being serviceable is because of George Kittle. That's just what it is. Now, one of the things that I've heard you say a lot is that George Kittle was getting the $16 million a year, huh?
I was gonna say there's also Debo. Debo's pretty important in propping up Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm just saying, Debo.
Oh, okay. I'll give you that, but Debo's about to get a bag too. Shoot, welcome to the party. Carry some of this load. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like George Kittle, he doesn't get a lot of credit. He doesn't get a lot of credit for what he does in the locker room. And you know what? Yo,
I'll
he's
talk-
a tight end. He's a tight end. So for you guys to be talking about how he held the 49ers over the coals to get his bread, he knows that he's only got one real crack at the apple for him to get a deal. All right. So it's up to him to really do what he needs to do to be able to get paid. I just think that trading him or talking about trading him, trying to Bill Belichick this thing, you know what I'm saying? Trade him before he starts showing any real wear and tear. That's just not our offense.
He's showing wear and tear. 2 years in a row, 11 games missed, hurt the majority of the last 2 years. I'm scared, man. I mean, I don't root for this team, but I'd be scared if I were you. This guy is the prime candidate for a dude who could be the next albatross.
I'd go out on my shield with George Kittle before I would just get rid of him. He's a tone setter, and you don't just replace guys like that. He's a spirit animal. He's the tip of the spear. You need a guy like him in the locker room.
All right. Good call. Thanks for calling in. Always a pleasure.
I feel like we argued.
No, I like arguing. That's the theme of the show. This was good. I'm trying not to be too defensive. That's what I'm trying to do today.
Okay.
So you got
I
me.
like this.
Yeah.
All right, bro. I'll let you.
Later. Fook me's back. He says if Trey was truly legit, there wouldn't be this much doubt around him. You would know after a full year. Should tell you everything you need to know. Trade up to get him was so dumb. Get Brady or A-Rod, please. Fook me doesn't think Trey Lance is ready. It never will be. It's all you need to know. He has enough evidence right in front of him. It's amazing. Fook me is that much more perceptive than everyone else. I love how certain people can just take 2 data points and project the rest of a guy's career. It's an amazing ability. Fook me has it. I don't. The Niners don't. Fook me does, though. I think he should be considered for a full-time position in the NFL. Jacob says, couldn't make the Cohn phone today, but I'm good, Grant. Miss you, Jacob. Also trade Jimmy for a bag of chips. There's some really good chips that come in bags. I'm just saying. Also, Pringles don't come in bags. Good chips. Isaac says, I still stand by Jimmy and George to Miami for X. For X Howard. Miami has cap for Jimmy and can sign him to be quality backup to Tua that McDaniel has familiarity with. Plus, Xavier Howard wanted out last season and younger than Gilmore. Very interesting because I wrote that off as too much salary going to one team. They have to send some salary back. I still think you can get a way cheaper backup than Jimmy Garoppolo. But if Miami wants to do something insane, then yeah, send the Niners Xavier Howard for Jimmy Garoppolo and George Kittle. I think that'd be great for the 40. That'd be a great move for the 49ers. Chris, what's up?
What's going on, Grant?
How you doing, man?
All right, man. I'm out here doing some grout on my floor, so don't have the face cam on.
That's fine. Grout, wait for no man. Let's talk.
I agree with Coach, man. You can't get rid of Kittle. Can't do it. He changes our whole offense. Like I said last time, man, we have a unique position, which is offensive weapons. A person you can line up anywhere. That is Debo, Kittle, and Juszczyk. And when you have
Kittle's a tight end, man. He ain't no weapon.
Oh, he's a he's a weapon, dog. I mean, check it.
All right.
If this is my thing. If Jimmy Garoppolo is very limited, then that means we don't know the full potential of anybody.
That's true.
If that's true.
That's true.
So if you hang your hat on how limited Jimmy is, then what you're essentially saying is we only got a glimpse of what Kittle, Debo, and IU can do.
Chris, you're not concerned about Kittle's injuries the past 2 years? I mean, it's been 2 years. Two.
Yeah. But that first one, what was that, the COVID year?
He broke his foot running, and then he came back and was like, man, I got to make some adjustments so I don't have these lower body injuries. And then he messed up his calf week 1, and it lingered all year. So he knows it's an issue. He tried to make an adjustment. It didn't work. He'll do something else this year, but I'm concerned. These are non-contact injuries. Have nothing to do with his playing style. Nothing concerning to me.
I agree with you. But my thing is that we do have a window. I think Lance has number 5 is because he's going to make less than half the mistakes of Jimmy.
Okay.
So he wears number 5 because he's gonna make half the lesser mistakes of Jimmy. But I'm gonna tell you, getting rid of Kittle is a no-no. I would not do that. I mean, granted, trade him in 2 years, but we can win this. Our greatest deficiency is O-line and corner. And I kind of agree with Crocker, so.
But I'm saying, though, if you don't trade him this year and he gets hurt again, you're not going to be able to trade that contract. You're not going to be able to trade that contract 2 years from now. This is your opportunity. If you want a first-round pick, this is how you get it. If you think he's going to bounce back and give you 2-3 more all-pro seasons, then obviously don't trade George Kittle. I don't think it's going to happen, man.
But
Deebo Samuel does everything he does in the passing game. You don't need George Kittle if you have Deebo. Same role. So what Kittle does that no one else can do on the team is block. That's an expensive freaking blocker, man. Hell of expensive. Well,
this is the thing. When you line him up, he changes it because you don't know if he's going to go out on a pass pattern, if he's going to block, or if he's going to go on the jet sweep. You just don't know. Now picture this: Lance in the backfield, along with Deebo, George on the line, Ayuk on one side, and then Jennings on the other. If you hike the ball, and of course, every time Deebo is in the backfield, you know he's getting the ball. What is not play action, but read option, and then let George Kittle go ahead and run a post, and bring Ayuk across the middle. It's just you can do so much more with him than without him. That's my thing. I'm not with it, man. I'm not with it.
It's a good topic because of how triggered Niner fans are right now. They're like, "What are you talking about trading Kittle?" That's right, baby.
Yeah, I see
because the Niners follow all of my suggestions every time. Kittle, yeah. I just decided to get out of here.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna get back to this grout, man. But it's good hollering at you, man. Hey, how was the concert last night?
It was so freaking fun, man. DJ Quick is so. I mean, Too Short puts on a good show. Warren G put on a great show. Who knew? The dudes from LA came up and did a good job. That's all I got to say. So anyway, good to see you, Chris. Peace. Jay says, tinfoil hat. Kyle had to promise management to play Jimmy in exchange to trade all those picks for Trey. Kyle excited to coach the kid this year. I think there's probably something to that. There was some plan. It involved keeping Jimmy and trading him, and they got to get that pick, I guess. I don't know. Logical truth seems to agree. Tim, man, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm gonna kind of go off of the George Kittle thing. I do want to come back to that, but I got full conspiracy theory for you. Again, I was never a Trey Lance fan. I thought he was the biggest project in the draft. I did think that he needed the year to develop because, again, missing the year of football. Plus, he's not the type of quarterback that, as an anticipated thrower, he needs to see it to throw the ball. He has all the tools. He's got the big arm. He's fast. He could move around in the pocket. He's always looking downfield, which doesn't really bode well for George Kittle, obviously, because he's a more of a anticipational receiver where ball needs to be in place, hit him in stride, kind of how Jimmy is. But national media is just ridiculous on the topic of Trey Lance isn't ready. Trey Lance isn't ready. Oh, I hear this from all these other sources and all this stuff, which it's kind of funny where I feel like you had a take where what does John Lynch really do?
Yeah.
What does John Lynch do for the 49ers? And I feel like this is exactly it. It is the pump and dump of Jimmy Garoppolo to its highest degree. I think. Well, I mean, I think it's
pumping up. I don't see any market here, man.
I mean, I think it is working because every single national media outlook is pretty much saying that Jimmy Garoppolo isn't ready and they need to keep Jimmy or Trey Lance isn't ready, then they need to keep Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, he is doing his work when it comes to.
So it seems to me that the Niners are just ruining the trade value with two of their quarterbacks, not pumping up either one. They've let everyone know that Jimmy's not good enough and that he's basically a backup quarterback. And now they're telling people that Trey Lance is a backup too. I mean, how many people's trade value are they going to torpedo by mistake? Oops.
Well,
We
again,
don't
I
like
just
your
feel like
quarterback. Ha! Joke's on you.
I feel like the national media knows nothing about our actual team, and they only like kind of hang on the words of a few individuals like Steve or Joe Montana and things like that. It's like if you actually listen to the players in their interviews, in their after practices and all that stuff, Fred Warner flat out was like, Trey Lance is carving us up. We can't stop him out there. And
And now there's
it's
video
funny
evidence
where
to
it's
support
like,
it.
it's funny where they don't ever pull those actual interviews of players saying, man, this kid's going to be deadly, where it's like, and then you're just going to hang on
is
to
all the
him.
quarterbacks that fail are the ones who can't move. Who failed? Josh Rosen. Why? Because he can't move and he can't read defenses. That's Jimmy. The ones who succeed are the ones who can freaking move, because it takes a while to learn how to read defenses from the pocket and get the ball out quick. So while you're learning that, you better be able to move, baby. And you know who can't? All the quarterbacks who freaking fail. Josh Rosen, Dwayne Haskins. Give me another one. Someone. So another guy who failed the last 5. Jared Goff. These are guys, can't move, can't read defenses. Failure. The only way they succeed is if they have a coach hold their hand every step of the freaking way, and that is what Jimmy Garoppolo has had in New England and San Francisco. He's not going to have that on his next team. It's going to be so bad for him. It's going to be crash and burn central.
Also, I keep on hearing the fact that they didn't want to start Trey Lance even when Jimmy Garoppolo broke his thumb. Has anyone heard about him getting thumb surgery yet? Did he actually injure himself?
Trey Lance is because the locker room decided they wanted Jimmy, and Kyle
exactly.
didn't want to lose the locker room. It's the same reason that Jimmy would start this year if he comes back, because the locker room said so. And this is a situation that Kyle created.
I don't think you run your organization that way. I mean, like you said, you're gonna always go for your friend. You're always gonna have your friend's best interest. You're always that's your ride or die, no matter what they do, no matter good or bad. If a guy friend of mine gets into a fight at the bar, guess what I'm doing? I'm probably getting in a fight as well, because that's just what you do. And but Jimmy, I mean, people need to know when to cut bait. I mean, I was all for him. I was pumping him up. I was all gung ho after the 6-win stretch, and that he took us, like, there showed a spark in our team that I haven't seen before. But I don't know. I think Kyle kind of ruined his confidence a little bit with the whole fact that Kyle Shanahan is very, you throw my play. He doesn't like off script. That's why I was really confused of why he even drafted Trey Lance in the first place. He is not his style of quarterback. If you look at the history of Kyle Shanahan, he wants everybody to throw it because he knows that no matter what, his play is going to be open. So I don't know. I also still feel like Trey Lance isn't his guy. But with Kittle, though, I think he should get traded. I think Dwelly would have just as much production. And then also, Trey Lance isn't going to look at Kittle's way. He's going to be downfield. It's going to be Ayuk that he's going to be throwing it to. It's going to be Jennings. He's more of an outside threat. Kittle is not going to do that. I feel like he's lost a step, so he's not going to break it unless he's doing a post in the center of the field. He's not going to get the ball.
Agree, man. Good call, Tim. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate you. All right. Fukumi's back. 5 reports of Trey not being ready this week. Shan didn't play him all year when Jimmy was injured and sucking. Teammates wanted Jimmy, but yeah, all of them are probably wrong. Trey ain't it. Sorry. Fukumi doesn't even want to see the third start from Trey Lance. He's like, you know what? We've seen enough. He came in, he played, he lost against Arizona his first start. Bum. Lost his first start. Lost his first enough. And then the second start, yeah, sure, it was a must-win game, and he won, and he put up like a 140 quarterback rating in the second half, but he's not it. Because if he was it, he would have played a third start. So, again, Fukumi is really astute. He just needs so little information to make broad, sweeping claims, and that's what I admire that. Because that's what I aspire to do, is basically say really bold things based on nothing, like Fukumi here. So I think he's an inspiration for us all. Trey Lance isn't ready because Fukumi said so. Hey, Fukumi. That's all I'm saying. Easily the MVP of this show today. What's up, Todd?
What's up, Grant?
How you doing, man?
Oh man, I'm good, man. What about you?
I can't complain.
All right, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, man, I just wanted to let you know, man. Play the fucking kid. So that's all I gotta say, man. Play the kid, man. I ain't with this, man. I just can't wait till September, bro. So just put it at that, man. I ain't with this, all the noise outside, bro. It's just pink noise, white noise. That's all it is, bro. The ESPN, all that shit, bro. It's just this, bro. Top, So it's just,
Play the kid.
Whatever.
We got to make that T-shirt, man. We got to make that a movement. We just got to have a big billboard in Santa Clara right over Levi's. Play the kid. I love it. Good stuff,
Hey,
Todd.
man. Nah, man.
Peace.
That's what's up, man. So, all right, peace, man.
Later. The logical truth says without George against Cincy, the Niners missed the playoffs. That's why he's so valuable. He demands so much attention that gives other receivers opportunity. That's why Kittle must stay. Okay. All right. I'm trying not to be defensive today. I strenuously disagree with you, but I respect your right to pay me $10. I appreciate it, man. Bay Area 18, Bay Area Baller 18. Eric Price.
What's up, Grant? Hey, I'm sitting back. I gotta chill because sometimes you get me too fired up early in these mornings.
At least I'm not talking about Buster Posey today, man.
Yeah, no Buster Posey, no James Wiseman, no Barry Bonds. So, yeah, because those are the topics that you definitely fire me up on. But hey, first off, shout out to the Cohn heads. Hey, Grant, and spam those emojis in the chat. Hey, Grant, when's our next emoji coming? Because we got the lean, right? We got the, and remind me, that glare, the emoji glare that was from like a Warriors presser. Remind me where that one was from.
Warriors. It was 2019. They just lost to the Raptors, like lost. And it was the end of their era, essentially. And first question afterwards was from a guy named Paulo from ESPN Brazil. And it was one of these questions where the question was hella freaking long. And it was like, hey, I know you just lost Coach Steve, but, in that second half, your guys were just diving all over the court, fighting for loose balls. How proud of your guys are you? How proud of their effort are you? It's like, dude. Can we get a professional question? Could you wait for the how proud of, like, that's a JV question, man. Like, it'd be like if I went to Brazil and their national team just lost 5-0 and I thought for the first question I was like, coach, you just blew it, you lost big time, but how proud of your effort are you? I mean, they really ran a lot. They ran around out there. They got some good cardio. So I couldn't believe it, and I forgot that I was on TV. It's the kind of thing that I do a lot in press conferences if I don't like someone's question, but they don't film us most of the time.
You do it on Cohn phone too. You do it on Cohn phone. Yeah.
You just wasted everyone's time with that. Thanks, man. Anyway, what's up?
Yeah. Could I recommend?
Oh, yeah, we need to get more emojis. I don't know how to do that. If anyone wants to help me out, please let me know. Grant Cohn at Gmail. Holler at me.
Yeah, get at him. But hey, Grant, I wanted to remind you, one of my favorite videos you ever did that put me on, and I'm like, Grant is going in deep. Remember when you broke down how to defend bunch? Do you remember that? Dude, I love that. First one in, first one out. That's when I was like, hey, man, Grant puts in the work. That's when I was like, hey.
Thanks.
That was legit. But hey, I do got to hold you accountable because the Grant that I know from the Press Democrat days, you're already coming out with some draft rankings, telling us who you like. You've been kind of slacking.
I used to work so much harder, and now I'm like, man, I can just go on YouTube and
Grant's to box office now.
I've gotten soft.
You got to put in the film work because I got to hear who you like. I got to hear you. Who's this year's Kyle Trask?
I'm pulling it Al Davis, man. I'm waiting for the combine numbers. I'm like, man, give me some numbers, and I'll have some. Which is so lazy. That's what Al Davis did. I'm ashamed.
You still have time.
The Niners don't have a first round pick, and it's kind of taking the wind out of my sails a little bit this year. Part of it.
I know what you mean. I mean, I'm getting started on my draft analysis. I've really been going hard at the wide receiver position. Nice. I've scouted like 30 wide receivers, more so looking for a deep threat because I feel like Ayuk and Debo can both go deep, but like a true blazer is what I've been trying to find for the Niners. And there's a few guys, a Romeo Dobbs out of Nevada, and I'm looking not at the first round guys. There's a kid from Utah State, Devin Tompkins, who reminds me of like a Trendon Holiday, like a short little speech. So I just wanted to remind you, Grant, we need the draft analysis. Get on it. But
promise. It's coming.
No doubt.
Promise.
No,
I
I wouldn't doubt it.
Thanks for keeping me honest, man. Thank you. I know I've been getting lazy over here. I'm like, man, my job just got so. I used to work so hard for like the 2 views I would get. Now it's like, I'll just go on, sing a little bit, make some, do some stupid stuff. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't just wear the jacket and think that it's not. You got to actually do the work.
Absolutely.
Wear the jacket.
And hey, Grant, the points you were hitting on at the start of the show, like the 12 points, I agree with a lot of it. You know that I don't think Jimmy has much trade value, if at all. So I'm with you there. But I remember hearing some rumors. I think the one that I want to push back on was that I think we still cut Jimmy if we can't trade him. I don't think Jimmy's coming back. So that's the one I disagree on.
Great.
But I had heard some rumors that Kyle was close to benching Jimmy a couple times during the season. Did you hear those things? And can you remind me, like,
he said as much. He said essentially when they were at 3-5 and things were looking bad, they were having those conversations about maybe going to trade Lance for the sake of it. And when they were losing in they were 2-4 in Chicago, losing at halftime. They were down 16-9 in the third quarter in Chicago. It was dicey. And then Jimmy put the team on his back when he threw that pass to Debo and he went 83 yards. It was all Jimmy. Put the team on his back. The rest was history.
Yeah. Grant, that's all I got for you today. I just wanted to come in, hold you accountable, say, hey, put the work in on the film. I want to see who's your John Hightower of this year.
Fair enough.
That's all I got for you.
Fair enough. I will.
All
I
right,
promise.
big dog.
For you. All right, man.
All right.
See you, big dog. Later. Michael says if they keep Jimmy, kiss Debo and Bosa goodbye. Oh, Fuqmi's back. You think Fuqmi was done? Dude, he's back. When Cap started his first game, Vernon came out after the game and was like, damn, team was behind him despite Alex being great locker room guy. But team never wanted Trey. That tells you nothing. Who cares what the team wants? It's not about what Vernon Davis wants or George Kittle. Vernon Davis doesn't know the first thing about playing quarterback, and neither does George. I don't really care what they think. Let someone in the organization whose job it is to make this decision make a freaking business decision and stop being like, well, let's take a poll of the locker room. What do the players think? Oh, well, that tells you everything. Oh, Jaquaski Tart thinks that Jimmy Garoppolo should start. That's all you need to know. Come on, man. Really? We're just going to do like a Twitter poll? Who should start? That's weak. I'm not impressed. Mugs and Roses. Man, it's been so long. What's up, dude?
I know, man. What's up, man?
How you doing?
It's been ooh boy, 2022 has not been easy for us, man.
No.
Yeah. Man, dude. Oh, having a kid, by the way.
Oh, congratulations. First one?
Yeah. Yeah, first one.
Oh,
having a boy.
Wow. Got a name?
Nothing yet. Definitely gonna be Jimmy though.
Well, congrats, man. Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But on another topic though, honestly, I really think Jimmy G is not coming back, but in the sense of he's most definitely not going to be with the team. He's going to get traded straight to Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh has nobody after Ben Roethlisberger. You think they're going to go back to Mason Rudolph?
No, I think they'll sign Carson Wentz.
I don't know, Grant. I don't know. I don't think that. I don't know.
Carson Wentz, and I think they'll draft a quarterback with their second round pick. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan all of a sudden. I love it. And as a fan of Pittsburgh, I am not letting this happen. No. No.
I have a good sinking feeling he's going to go to Pittsburgh.
No, it's
just how it's going to go.
I won't let it happen. Can't happen. Sorry. I just got hired by Pittsburgh now.
No, but I think one of the best things that's happened to this team this offseason, two great things. Hightower getting cut and Rich Scangarello gone. And I'm like, I wanted that the entire season because I was like, Trey Lance is not going to thrive with Scangarello teaching him, coaching him. Because it's like he made Nick Mullins. And I think, Nick Mullins was like the one thing that he made, right? I think it was Nick Mullins.
No, not even,
CJ Beathard.
He was here in 2017. He got all that credit for Jimmy getting up to speed and winning those 5 games. Immediately became an offensive coordinator with Denver in 2018, I want to say. Was a one-and-done flop.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know where he was. He was like an offensive assistant in Philly for a while. And then the Niners brought him back to do the same job because they lost Shane Day, who they didn't want. It's like, I'd like to see them get someone better. Can you get someone a little bit better than Shane Day or Scangarello? Excuse me.
You're good. It's like, of anything, like, I mean, why go back to the person you let go? We're okay with having someone less than him, but slightly better at him than at the, like, in certain points, and then get him back. It's like, and then they're like, oh, Jimmy G. No, it's like Rich Gangarello is not the person you want to be teaching your young QB, especially if he's coming off of like a year of being off of college football. You know, this kid's raw. He's raw talent, just raw material. And you're going to want this guy, like, fucking teaching him how to do plays, how to run schemes and everything.
So they brought back Scangarello, right? They knew they were going to go with Jimmy last year with the plan. Now Scangarello's gone. Maybe the plan is we need someone to coach our new quarterback who's way different than the last one. I mean, maybe that's it. Time to get someone who can coach.
Sign Garcia. Sign Garcia.
I'll take Carson Palmer's brother, Jordan. That guy seems to be killing it right now. Jordan Palmer.
I'll take figuratively anybody at QB coach other than Scangarello. I've anybody that is like remotely better than him, I'll take.
Rich is in Kentucky. Like, why do Niner fans hate me so much? You know what you did, Rich. Don't play dumb with us. You know what you did. You know what you did. All right, man. Congratulations on your first born away, man. Good to see you.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Good seeing you too, dude.
All right. Jay says, aren't any of these anti-Trey fans tired of Jimmy and Jimmy-like quarterbacks losing to Russell Wilson for the last 10 years? Trey could become our Wilson. Got the skill set to take us to the next level. Nah, man. He's just – if Trey was good – I'm not going to do that. If Trey was good, he would have played earlier. And the fact that he hasn't played, there you go, Tyke. There you go. That's great. That's, nothing wrong with that. Eugene, what's up? Eugene?
Hey, what's up, Grant? Sorry.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Man, oh my God. I have been waiting to get on your show for so long. I watch every one of your videos every time you upload. I absolutely love you.
Thank you, man. I absolutely love you too, man. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so here's one thing I've been wanting to say for the longest time.
Okay.
Trade Armstead and McGlinchey to Miami.
Oh.
Do it.
Miami?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, so like a second or a second round pick or even Howard. That's like Armstead, he's making $20 million a year. What, he got 6.5 sacks? Solomon Thomas outplayed him this season.
I would trade Armstead. I'm with you. I don't think McGlinchey's tradable. Yes. I think McGlinchey is not tradable. He's hurt. He's expensive. People would need to see him be healthy.
I mean, to Miami, who's their right tackle? Nobody.
I don't know.
They have one of the worst O-lines in the league.
I know you're trying to take advantage of Mike McDaniel and Robert Saleh, right? Let's call the Jets. Maybe they'll make a bad decision out of loyalty to the 49ers. Like, let's just take advantage of his former maybe.
But,
I don't know. Go ahead.
So I like Trey Lance. I don't know if he's going to be like a stud or anything. He's going to be better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Anybody can be better than Jimmy Garoppolo. Right now he is, yes.
He is better than Jimmy.
Right now he is, yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo. He was better than Jimmy Garoppolo when he was freaking 19, going undefeated at North Dakota State. That's my word.
Like, I see Trey Lance as Carson Wentz, but more accurate.
And better.
Yeah. And Carson Wentz, in my opinion,
more athletic. More accurate. Yes.
Yeah, he's not. I don't like the Colin Kaepernick comparison, but I think that Wentz comparison is. I think that's the best one for Lance.
He's a super Wentz. Yeah,
I agree. Basically. Yep. But honestly, I wasn't much of a Lance guy. I thought I wanted them to take Patrick Surtain.
Okay.
Patrick Surtain with this defense. Oh, brother. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. He's really good. Yeah.
Nick Bosa getting that pressure, and then you have a lockdown man-to-man corner.
Yeah. Which is what they need. Yeah.
That defense could win a championship on its own. Yeah. And honestly, I don't have a problem with Jimmy Garoppolo. I just have a problem with how much he's getting paid because he cost us DeForest Buckner.
Yep.
And he cost us someone else. I'm totally brain farting. But Jimmy Garoppolo is not worth what he's getting paid. He didn't even throw a 2-to-1 touchdown percentage.
No, he did not. He did not. And Wentz was 3-to-1. Almost 4-1. He was 27-7. That was almost 4-1. Jimmy over here, the most overrated quarterback. The thing about Jimmy is he was in two great situations. Bill Belichick, Kyle Shanahan. Let's see what happens if he has to go play with
the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, dude.
You see what Nick Wright said about the Panthers? Please send him to the Panthers. Let's really see how bad he's going to be.
Thank you. Yeah, Nick Wright's exactly right. He's absolutely right there.
Absolutely. But, and I have this thing, okay? Here's my thing. George Kittle, I get what you're saying about him. You can replace him. I like Ross Dwelly. I think he can be almost as good of a receiver as Kittle.
He catches the ball just as well as Kittle, if not better. Now he's not as good after the catch.
Not better. I don't know about better.
He catches the ball. He's actually like the catching part.
Yeah. And when you think about
as John Embry said to me before the season, Ross Dwelly's hands are damn near elite. That's what John Embry said, and I agree.
Yeah. He needs to get more snaps. I'm surprised we didn't play more 2 tight end setups.
Me too, man. Me too.
Yeah. And like the amount that we use check is just so disheartening.
Offensive weapon.
Yeah. No, he is an offensive weapon.
He really is. How can you call him a weapon if you don't use him? It's more like a
exactly. I look at him as a smaller tight end that will use him at fullback.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Eugene, where are you calling from? I'm so interested.
Oh, I'm from San Diego.
Oh, are you there now?
Yeah, I've lived in San Diego all my life.
I like San Diego a lot. I always felt that the kids I met from San Diego in college, I always got along with them, even though we were different. There's something laid back about people in San Diego that kind of is similar to the Bay Area, but different in its own. I know I like it. I just want to say
I've never been to the Bay Area. I want to go.
You would love it.
Well, I was in the airport, but it was a connecting
counts.
flight. But I was in the airport and it looked beautiful.
Oh, it smells great too. The air is crisp.
Yeah. It's because it's right on the ocean.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Cordially invite you.
It's really nice. But, you know, Grant, I just want to say I fucking love you. You know?
I love you too,
like,
man.
You're my guy. Like,
you're my guy.
I absolutely love you. You made me love the 49ers. I'm just saying.
Oh, damn.
Because I was a baseball kid. I played baseball for 18 years of my life. I'm 20 years old.
Okay.
And the pandemic hit. Sports went. I was bored. My friend, who also tried to recruit me to play college football with him, he's like, oh, yeah, come play offensive tackle. We need you. It's like, no, thank you.
No.
Yeah. And I was like, I saw some of your shows and I'm like, this guy's really cool. And then I saw a George Kittle thing when George Kittle was coming up before he got paid. I saw you. And then I looked up his highlights and I became a George Kittle fan. And then
now I'm trading him. I'm trading him.
I'm still going to be a 49ers fan, even if George Kittle is traded. But I just want to say, you made me a 49ers fan, man. Well, you may not be a 49ers fan, but I love you. I watch all your shows, and I hope you never leave the 49ers. And if you do, I might just follow you, dude, because you really make me want to try and do YouTube. You really make me want to go do my thing. I don't have time for that, but
you're 20, man. You got the rest of your life ahead of you.
I mean, kind of.
You got the rest of your life ahead of you, man. Don't say you can't.
I mean, that's what everyone says. Apparently, I got my whole life ahead of me.
You're great. You're gonna do it, man. You're natural. I can tell. You got great screen presence. Do what you want to do.
No, man. Honestly, I'm just so happy I finally got in. I've been trying so many times.
Trying? Oh, my bad.
I've been trying. The past basically since before the season started, I try to get into all your shows, and I just never end up getting it because you just end too early or I join too late and you don't have time, and I don't blame you. But bro, I just want to say you do some good work. I love watching your videos. I love your film breakdowns. I absolutely love it. And I agree with most of your takes, honestly.
Okay, that's too much. That's too much praise. I can only take so much. I really appreciate you, man. You're the greatest. Thank you. I needed that today.
You just need it, man. Honestly, and I hope we can talk again. Honestly,
of course. Call it anytime. I gotta take some more calls, but you were the greatest.
Of course. Take care, man.
All right, man. Man, I really go into my head all these compliments and stuff. I shouldn't. It's so nice of him. Thank you. Ayo, Grant G. Tyrone. I feel wholeheartedly Trey Lance is going to ball out next season, improve the locker room. Jimmy stands media. Bald eagle face Joe Montana wrong. I agree, man. I don't understand why people are so mad. Trey throws a wobbly ball, no touch, can go through reads, panics in the pocket, but can lead a team. Bad footwork, but he's sexy, says Tyke. Who Likes Trey Lance. All right, man. Well, this is getting kind of weird. Let's keep going. Elijah.
Okay. What's up?
What's up?
Okay. So yeah, I'm just like Eugene. I've been waiting to get on this show for a minute now.
All right.
So,
Okay.
So
Well, I was snubbing you. I was like, Elijah, I don't like him. I don't know him, but I don't like him. I can tell.
I'm like,
no, I'm playing. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
But no, actually, I've been watching your show for a minute and stuff, and I mean, it's been cool. It's alive with Barrett Cohn. I always watch it. But back to what I was saying. So, I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting. I've been hearing about this Trey Lance not being ready stuff.
Yep.
For about damn near whole season. So this is what I want to get to. How is he not ready? But Jimmy, that throws damn near 2 picks per game, is ready to lead a team. That's what I want to know. Think about it. He doesn't throw more than. I have never seen Jimmy throw more than 4,000 yards. Have you ever seen it?
No.
In one complete season, not ever seen a 4,000-yard game.
He's afraid to throw the ball down the field.
Exactly. Can't go past the numbers.
Can't read
go
defenses.
outside the numbers.
Can't create off script.
Exactly.
He doesn't improve. He can't win a Super Bowl with the best team in the league. I don't understand why he's a starter. He seems like a waste of time. Any team with a quarterback that has room for improvement should play that guy and not Jimmy.
Exactly. And my thing is, what people don't understand is people are saying that Trey is not ready. But when I've seen from week 1 to week 17, I can go actually to the first game that we played against the Lions. You know, when we actually almost allowed them to come back, they almost came back. We only beat them by 13-7 points, right?
Yeah.
Between that margin. When I seen that, I'm like, if you put the kid in, he would have gave you, like the points okay, let me say this. The times that I seen Jimmy throw, we probably could have put, instead of 40 points, we could have put damn near 50 on the Lions. Then let's go to another game like the Packers. The amount of times that I've seen where Jimmy could have made a read to Ayuk, who was open damn near 90% of the season. Kittle, who was open 90% of the season. The only person getting the ball is Debo, and which Debo had a crazy year. I honestly, if it wasn't for Cooper Kupp, he should have really been MVP. I don't know why Rodgers even won it. That should have really been Brady, but I'm gonna just let it fall back on that. But he didn't really give anybody else any other opportunities, and this team could have literally went 12-5, maybe 13-4.
That's how I feel. And again, let's look at what Tyke says. He disagrees with you. Tyke 182, kind of like Blink 182, says Trey's average quarterback QBR for the first 2 starts was worse than any other rookie. Without wide open pass to Debo, thanks Kyle, Trey was horrendous. But he's not good.
Right, but when you think about it, you only give the kid 2 starts.
And in his second start,
in
his second start against Houston, he put up better numbers against Houston than any other rookie, and any other quarterback other than Kyler Murray and Matthew Stafford. So he improved from one start to the next. Jimmy hasn't improved since ever.
And the thing that I've seen too from that Texans game is when Trey Lance actually improved in the second half. I've seen that was better quarterback play than I've seen in a second half than what Jimmy Garoppolo put in 4 years. Like, let's be real. In 4 years that he's been on the team, I've never seen Jimmy Garoppolo go actually move within the pocket like that and then escape when needed to be, throw the pass to other receivers, and still
he almost did it in Green Bay, but he threw it to the Packers instead. Almost did though.
Exactly. And then you don't give him that many opportunities with Green Bay though. No. You only give him a run play. Of course he's gonna make that touchdown because you can put any player at that position to run 5 yards, is it going to go get a touchdown? Let's be real.
Yeah.
And he's an NFL player. He can go run 5 yards to get a touchdown.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how people say he's not ready, but then you got Jimmy 2 picks throwing to linebackers more than quarterbacks. Like, geez, when a team's defense is coming in, the coach is like, you know what? He's going to throw it to the linebacker more than my corners. My linebackers are corners for Jimmy this week. Honestly, let's be real. The corner's just going to sit there like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just let I'm just gonna let my linebacker just catch the ball. Yeah, I don't even have to do nothing. These guys are just gonna block me. Let my linebacker eat all game. He's gonna get his career high.
Like quarterbacks, I would just stop running after 30 yards. But all right, he's not gonna do that.
Exactly.
I'm conserving energy, and I'm not doing that. Sorry. You can run a fade route, but he's not. No.
At the end of the day, I still do have respect for Jimmy because he did turn around.
Hold
on. Turn around it in some degree. But
hold on. My image of Jimmy, like my lasting image of Jimmy, was him missing Juszczyk in Tennessee. That was the worst throw I've ever seen. He was 100% healthy. He was 100% healthy. Juszczyk was wide open for a walk-in touchdown, and he missed him. He threw it out of bounds. I'll never forget that. That was Jimmy in a nutshell.
Not get me started on that Tennessee game, because we could have literally put 28 points in the first half against Tennessee, and Jimmy Garoppolo missed every chance.
Trey would have won that game.
Thank you.
Who was it? Was it the last dude that said that? Oh yeah. Who was it? Yeah. Anyway, I got to take more calls. Thanks for calling in, man.
For sure. But hey, I'm glad to just hop on this call for the first time. That was cool.
Good job, man. Calling anytime.
That's hella cool. For sure, man. Thank you.
Peace. Hey, Grant, I've been studying QB since 07. I'm a big Lance fan. If you ever want to talk Lance relative to QBs the last 15 years, I do. Why don't you call in right now and you can talk? I'm just saying. Hold on. Hold the phone. Someone wanted to say something. Per Debo on IG 5 minutes ago, I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What you gonna do for me? Yikes. I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What are you gonna do for me? I told you the Niners were gonna come in with some slightly lowball deal for Debo Samuel. He's gonna be disappointed. They did the same thing with Kittle. They're gonna say, well, you're a running back, and we're not gonna pay you like the top paid wide receiver in the league. Hey, Grant, I think Trey Lance does throw with touch and accuracy at the start of games. He throws hard because of adrenaline. He always plays better in the second half. I agree with that. And I think what we saw in camp was him pressing. You get like 15 throws a day, an hour to play, him pressing to impress with the backups. You and Smitty from the Quad Box should do a show. I have no idea who that is, but I like collaborating with people. So I'm down. Smitty from the what? Smitty from the Quad Box. All right, well, I'll look that up. Hey, Grant, you got to do a call-in show whenever Jimmy gets traded or cut so the Jimmy lovers can vent. It's only fair. Oh, they'll be gone. All of a sudden, we won't hear from them anymore. Will we, Charlie? What's up, Charlie? Oh, good, man. How you doing?
I was waiting. I was on mute.
I know. Yeah, you were in here for a while. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I want to keep this really quick. Los Altos, like Bay Area.
For sure. Got it.
I'm like near Cupertino.
Nice. Yep.
You
Kyle
said
Shanahan's probably your neighbor, man. I think all the bigwigs from the Niners live in Los Altos. I'm thinking. Anyway, keep going.
I think a lot of my friends are Niners fans, but anyways, I'm just saying, when you say trade Kittle, I just want to know what the plan would be to replace him, because he does have like a lesser role, but it is still Kittle, and he still brings a lot that we don't see numbers wise. So what would be the plan to replace him?
I would trade him for a first, and I'd probably replace him in free agency, and I would sign a guy for like 8 to 10 million, the best tight end you could get.
He's making like 16 right now, right?
Yeah, someone sign Dwelly, sign another guy who can start, and that's what I would do. Like Hayden Hurst, or hold on, let's see. Free agent tight ends. Let's see, real quick. It's a fair question. There's CJ.
I'm for trading him. Like I haven't seen him make like a huge impact in a game since like Seattle or something like that. So
there's OJ Howard, Robert Tonyan Jr., Hayden Hurst, Evan Ingram, David Njoku, Mike Gesicki. I mean, there's options. I mean, you're not going to get anyone as good as George Kittle, but I think you can get a good tight end.
And then would you use that first on a corner? Or would you use if it was it's a first, you trade him to like Philadelphia? I don't know why they would take him, but for example, like you get a mid-round first round pick, a mid-first round pick.
Starting strong safety, starting nickel, starting corner, maybe a starting center, someone good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that. Not a quarterback.
No.
Not a quarterback. Nah.
All right.
No, these are fair questions, man. Anything? What do you think about trading Kittle? Is it a half-baked idea?
I think his value is higher than he's actually worth. I think it would make sense. And with him like really backing Jimmy, it's more just like getting that politics kind of side out of it, and getting everyone behind Trey.
That's the other element that we're not talking about. Like, does he want to be part of the Trey Lance era?
No, like I play high school football. It's like when we're making changes and like who starts whenever, it's like you got to make sure like everyone is on that guy's side. If not, it's kind of it never.
It's not going to work, right?
No, because like you have like, for example, like I had some coaches that didn't want me to play, and then some coaches that want me to play, and then it just took like a long time and it carried out. So
I never played football. I don't know about those politics, but there were politics.
No, it's crazy. Like you
Yeah.
think it's just high school football, and like it's I guess it's even worse.
Ugh.
It's college and NFL.
What grade are you in?
I'm gonna be a senior next year. So I'm a junior right now.
Damn. All right, man. Well, good luck with politics at your high school.
Yeah.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, thank you so much.
Peace. Tyrone says, "Hey Grant, AG Grant, even though it's technically a weed anthem, but I got 5 on it. Got to be Trey Lance theme next." Oh, that's a great point. Anytime he gets a first down, it should be like dun 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 dun. That would be so tight. Anytime he does something good, bum. I got 5 on it. That would be so. I don't think people are ready for how cool that would be. But would it be the remix or the original? I go back and forth. I like the remix because the first verse drew down. I mean, such a great verse. Can't wait to get Jimmy out of here and play Lance. Me too. How was the concert? Warren G it was phenomenal. DJ Quick was so good. Here's the thing. I was fashionably late, missed like the first half hour, and I was thinking, it'll be Digital Underground. I'm cool. I've seen them before. And Shock G isn't there. It was the Loonies. I came in right at the end of the Loonies. I felt played. Drew Down was on all my favorites. Anyway, it was really fun. Really good time. All right, let's take more. George. What's up, George?
Hey, how's it going, Grant?
Good, man. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Bakersfield.
All right. Nice.
Yeah, a little bit down the base.
I know exactly where you're. Yeah.
So I hear everybody talking about trading Kittle. I'm a Kittle stan, you would say, but I'm kind of both ways with you on that.
Okay.
As far as like trading him, because he's not like you said, he's not doing so good the past 2 years. I like him because he's outgoing and everything. You know, he's really awesome dude. But I don't know, man. I don't know how he's gonna hold up next season. Maybe he tear, like you said, like where his calf's at. He might tear his Achilles or something, and that's it, dude. And after that, you're not like the same player after that.
Yeah, and people don't realize that calf injury. I think the calf's connected to the Achilles, and it's scary when you have when you're 28 and your calf is strained. He said it felt like a knife in there. I think you're worried that it's going to pop, and when it pops, it's going to be the Achilles. Like that was what happened to Kevin Durant. I was covering it out here. They said it's a calf strain. It's a calf strain, and then boom, he popped his Achilles. So I'm not saying it's going to happen to Kittle, but I'm sure that's something the Niners and him are thinking about and being cautious about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I want to pay that guy $16 million. Like,
yeah,
his last 2 injuries have been totally non-contact. Scary. Lower leg.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then with Jimmy, I hope they just get rid of him. You know, just cut him because we don't need him. I mean, the only way I'd see him coming back is being like, you know, a backup for a Trey is if he takes like a $2 million, you know, for a deal or something, because he's not really worth like not even 10 million to me, in my opinion.
The best you're gonna get for Jimmy is like a late third or like, you know, like the 115th pick in the draft. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? You can get picks like that easier ways. Get the cap space. Damn cap space. Yeah.
Oh, another thing I'll miss from him is the pump fakes. Miss those. And also with Trey, as far as him developing and getting better, you said he's going with the guy Beck in the offseason, something like that, to work with him, and that's Shanahan's guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And then as far as like, I know he goes with other people to go like train with and all that. Do you think now that he got a deal, like he's actually in the NFL, is making money, do they get like better people to help him out to train?
Seems like cost shouldn't be an issue. It seems like you should be able to go to the best people you want, as long as you aren't cheap about it. I'm sure they can afford John Beck. I mean, the Niners are worth $4 billion. As long as Jed York says yes. I mean, I don't think Kyle should have to pay for it or Trey should have to pay for it. It's Jed's expense.
Oh, okay.
Remember a couple of years ago when they couldn't live in Santa Clara anymore, they had to move to Arizona, and everyone on the team was like, Jed's so generous paying for everything. It's like, that's his job. What do you mean generous? He paid for all of our living and lodging for 2 months in Arizona. That's part of the job. I don't understand what you're praising him for. Were you worried he wouldn't? What are you talking about?
Yeah, anyway. Take care of the guys. I think Trey's ready though. I think he's been more than ready. I think this offseason he's gonna like grind down and you know get to the books and everything. I think he's gonna be really good this season. And then as far as that, that's pretty much all I want to talk about. See, like,
all right, man. What's on tap today for you in Bakersfield?
Probably. Well, yesterday I played a show downtown, so I'm like in a heavy metal band and stuff. But
Is
I
it
always.
Cohn from Bakersfield?
What's that?
Is it Cohn from Bakersfield?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. All right, man.
Yeah.
What do you play? What instrument? What do you do?
I play guitar. I play like heavy guitar. I wanted to do the whole Sibylla in the back because we have the same poster. You know, you guys
Oh,
always.
nice. Shout out Sibylla. All right, man. I gotta go. Good call though. Have a good one.
All right, Brent. Thanks.
Pete. Colby, you ready? I think he's ready. What's up, Colby?
How's it going, Grant?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So I just have a quick question. Who is the lowest caliber quarterback you think the Niners could have won the Super Bowl with this year?
That's a great question. Clearly not Jimmy.
Yeah.
Someone a little bit better than Jimmy, but like, could they have won the Super Bowl with? Hold on, let me say.
I was thinking Ryan Tannehill maybe, but I don't know about that.
I think they won the Super Bowl. You think they win the Super Bowl with Derek Carr?
Yes, I do. Yes, absolutely.
You think they win the Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins?
That was another one I was thinking about. I think they do.
What about Carson Wentz?
That's another one. Yes. I think they probably do. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. But yeah, I just
any top 20 quarterbacks essentially, because I don't consider Jimmy a top 20 quarterback.
No, absolutely not. I mean, I go back and forth on Jimmy or Baker, but I honestly think Baker is even a little bit better than Jimmy. Yeah. But I don't know.
I would agree. Actually, Baker is better than Jimmy. I agree with that.
Yeah. But anyway, I was also
any quarterback who's willing to throw the ball down the field is a little bit more and has shown the ability to improve. I like better than Jimmy. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you could probably win the Super Bowl with any top 20 quarterback realistically with that roster.
My prediction is that Jimmy's career is going to crash and burn when he leaves the Niners, unless he goes to another really good situation, and I'm not sure that he will. I think he's been a product of his. People say, "Oh, he went to a 1-10 team." He went to Kyle Shanahan, and that team was losing a lot of close games. He went from Bill Belichick to Kyle Shanahan. He's been blessed. Colt McCoy got drafted by the Browns. I mean, most of these Justin Fields hasn't been blessed like that. He's already on his second coach. You know what I mean? Let's see what happens when Jimmy is in situations like that.
I don't think it's going to look great. I really don't, Grant. But
anyways,
what's up?
Where are you calling from? It's really serene and peaceful.
Oh, I'm just in my backyard in Rohnert Park. I've got a good amount of property. But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, do the Sonoma County Crushers still exist? It used to be a little minor league baseball team.
We talked about this before.
Oh, sorry.
No, they don't still exist.
That's one thing I know about Rohnert Park.
Yeah, I was talking to my dad about that last time you brought it up. He remembers them. He went to some of their games and whatnot.
Yeah, they weren't affiliated with any teams. But Kevin Mitchell was their manager for a year. That dude was the left fielder for the Giants before Barry Bonds. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
But shout out Nick, Ryan, Ron Jeremy, and he gets it. Okay. Well, anyways, have a good day, Grant. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Have a good one. Rohnert Park's finest. We have a celebrity in the waiting room, so I have to jump him to the front. You know how it goes. Sorry, Jerry, you're next. Sorry, the Mech. Sorry, Martin, but it's Sardal time. I mean, you look great, man. How you doing? You're muted. You're muted.
Good morning, Grant.
Good morning. How are you?
How's your day going so far?
It's going really, really good. How about yours?
I just want to say you're the greatest man in the business, man. What you do is absolutely incredible. Keep doing a great job. And
coming from you, that means a lot. I
believe.
I always appreciate when you give me praise. Thank you, Charlotte.
I know that because I always like to give you some great feedback.
I need it. Thank you.
That's just me as a person. I just like
You're
that
nice,
about myself.
Person. Absolutely.
That makes me a great person when I say
Great
stuff
person.
like that. So
all right, man. Let's talk 49. What's on your mind?
So I found out. So something that really surprised me is when he said that Trey Lance to Denver for 3 first-round picks. I said that we just got Trey Lance in the draft. Like, why are you all into trading him now? Like, what you don't
to be
think?
fair, that wasn't my
criticism?
idea. It was the Cohn phone. Some guy came on, and that was his idea. He said he read it in the Denver Post. It sounded a little.
But you got to tell him that that's not going to happen because we ain't going to trade Trey Lance. We're going to keep him next year. He's going to be our start next year. So
agree.
there's no way we're going to trade Trey Lance next year. That's the far-fetched idea.
I agree. I'm with you on that. That was the other guy's idea. I didn't co-sign it, but I listened. But
But do you think that he's gonna be a star and he's gonna be better than Jimmy Garoppolo? Because that's what everybody potentially thinks, that Trey Lance is gonna be better than next year. He's gonna have a better game next year. He's gonna
Here's
have
how he's going to be
overall.
better. Here's how he's going to be. Is he going to be able to read the field better than Jimmy? No, maybe not. He's going to expand the field because he's going to throw to more parts of it. He's going to commit fewer turnovers. He's going to make the running game better. It's going to go from averaging, for being 16th in the league in yards per carry to top 10. Those are 3 ways right there that he's going to make the offense better. So I see it.
I mean, I just
nice jacket. Oh, we have the same jacket on right now. It's a nice jacket. I like that. Anyway,
I just believe in the kid, man.
Yeah, me too.
I believe that this kid, if he has potential to do whatever he wants to do next season, and he wants to show it, and fans are, and he has to prove to all the haters that have been saying that Trey Lance is not going to be great and he's not going to be the star that we are looking for. So I mean,
why do you think Lance has so many haters? And how do you feel about that?
I just don't know why people are hating on Trey Lance so much. Like, he's a rookie. He's only like 21. He's a kid. I mean,
Did
like,
you see that one guy in the chat? He kept calling in saying he's not ready and that he knows and he's seen enough and he's terrible. I was like, why would you say that about Trey?
Yeah, because he is going to make mistakes once in a while, right? Quarterbacks do make mistakes. That's what it is about the game of football, right? You make mistakes and you learn from mistakes and you learn and you move on. It's just how it is, man.
That's like life,
man. I make mistakes too in life, and I tend to learn from my mistakes, and I move on, and I try not to dwell on my mistakes, because when I dwell on them, it haunts me, because it says like I made a mistake, and now what am I gonna do about it?
And that's what I admire about you, Shardal. I do.
Because I don't like making mistakes, but it hurts me, because like you make blunders, and then it just like, how are you gonna learn from them? Like, you have to have a strategy to learn from.
Right. You're not defined by your mistakes if you learn from them and improve. You're only defined by your mistakes if you're Jimmy Garoppolo and you constantly throw interceptions to linebackers. That's a different story. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Because I can see when Trey Lance makes errors in a game, I can see how it really hurts him. Like, he feels like breaking down on the field. I've seen quarterbacks having really bad games, and they feel like breaking down. Like, they feel like they get so emotional.
Yeah.
They start crying on the field because they had such a bad game, and players are trying to
Trey Lance crying on the field?
They're trying to comfort him and trying to give him, like, tell him, like, Trey, you did a good job, man.
Yeah.
You did a good job, bro. I mean, it doesn't matter what the, like, if you had a good game or a bad game, you still put out your heart out there, man.
Yeah.
Just worry about that. Just worry about if you put your heart on the field. Don't worry about the result. Don't worry about what else happened. Just worry about going out there and playing game of football, and that's it. That's really what it comes down to.
That's wise. I appreciate that.
Just come out and play your game. Just be competitive. Have that fire, have that desire, and just go out there and play. Play like a kid, man.
Yeah.
Because you're a football player, man. You just got to do your job,
if you
man.
could say one thing to Trey Lance directly, because he's watching right now, what would you say to him?
One thing I'm going to say to Trey Lance is that I know you're gonna be great next year, man. And forget about those people who say that you're not good and you don't have heart, because you have heart. I have heart too.
That's right. From one guy with heart to another, Trey.
And Trey Lance is the number one player who has a big heart. He's
what jersey are you wearing right now? I know you're wearing a jersey.
I got Trey Lance.
Let me see. Boom, baby. Nice. Shardal, this was a great call, man. Is there anything else you want to say before you go?
I just want to say I really like coming on your show. You're a great person. You make great content. Keep making great videos on your channel. Trying to get more guests on your channel. Trying to make your channel grow and grow and grow. But I like what you do, man.
Thanks,
you're the greatest person ever, man. I'm truly saying that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're back. It was a while, but you're back, and I appreciate it. I missed you. All right, man.
Yeah, but next Cohn phone, I'm gonna try and do a 20 questions rapid fire round.
Ooh, it's been too long. It's been a while. It's my favorite. Can't wait.
Are you excited for
20
question round, rapid fire round next time I call in for the Cohn phone?
Yes.
And everybody has to tune in and watch.
That's right.
And see what your thoughts are on my questions.
I can't wait. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'll look snazzy. I'll wear a nice suit and a
You
nice
always look
shirt
snazzy.
and a bow tie. What about a bow tie? How about a bow
Whatever
tie? I
you
have a
like.
black bow tie. I'll wear all black for you. What about that? All black for you. How does that sound next time?
Whatever
All
makes
black.
you happy.
I'll wear
I
all
figured.
black for you.
All right, I like it. I like
Yeah,
it. All
all black
business.
next time. I'll look snazzy for you next time.
All right, Shar Dog. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Hey, see ya, Grant. Have a nice one.
See ya. All right, Jerry. I know I told you were next, and I mean it. But Casey Turtle, I told him to call in, and I'm gonna go Casey Turtle, then Jerry, then the Mech, and then Mark. I promise, I'm gonna get you were the last four. Casey Turtle, Jerry, the Mech, and Martin. I promise. Casey, what's up?
Hey, don't mean to crash your party. Trey Lance fan here from the Northeast.
Yes.
Been watching your content.
Real quick, for people that have been following along, you left a comment about 10 minutes ago saying that you're a big Trey Lance guy. You've been scouting quarterbacks since 07, and I said come on the show. So boom,
yeah,
let's talk.
So I just want to say relative to the Jimmy thing, just because that's obviously the big topic. Jimmy is the quintessential second-round pick you take just because you need a guy. You hope he's a Davis Mills, right? And as soon as he becomes too expensive, you just got to move on. And I'm with you. Nobody's going to want that, especially in it's a depressed quarterback class, of course. But,
yes.
I mean, Trey Lance, you guys have been saying it. He would definitively be the number one player in this draft class.
Yes.
Like, Jacksonville would be getting multiple first-round picks.
Yes.
And
good point.
The best guy in this class, you're hoping to get a Ryan Tannehill out of this class. And, I mean, the Niners fans, I know you guys have had a lot of great quarterbacks. My personal team has traded for a lot of them. So, like, I understand, like, the grading there of how good they can be. And you guys should be really excited about Trey Lance. Like, plus athlete who can just be the robot and play the offense. I mean, if you look at North Dakota State, they're kind of control freaks like Kyle Shanahan, too. They've got there's a reason why they win all those championships up there. Yeah. Fargo is a place to be. They do it like the Belichick kind of, the Shanahan, like just hardcore. And Trey Lance is a good guy from a good family, and he's going to be a good, like, guys are going to love him.
Yeah.
They already do. You just got to spin the Jimmy narrative because it's all marketing. It's all sales.
Right. Yeah, that's
so,
true.
That's all I wanted to say.
I mean, he has those relationships with guys. He's a lot older. Trey's still the outsider until Jimmy's gone. But when it's Trey's team, I think he's going to be every bit the leader. He's going to be just as popular as Jimmy was.
Oh yeah, my comp for him, he's Steve McNair. I mean, like, honestly.
Okay.
So,
Steve
and whether it plays out that way, yeah.
Steve McNair was a hell of a player.
Steve McNair, I mean, rest in peace. He was amazing and so much fun. And Trey Lance parallels him in so many ways. From a small area, small school, great leader, great family, all about football. So I'm really excited for this year.
The way I remember Steve McNair is he played for one of the least creative coaches offensively in the league. It was Jeff Fisher, and his offense was hand off to Eddie George a ton of times and then do something special. And that he did that. Imagine Steve McNair
in Kyle Shanahan's
offense. I mean, with Debo.
Oh my God!
He won an MVP, right? He was a co-MVP.
Co-MVP with Peyton Manning, 2003, I believe. And just, you know, you played for Tennessee, a place that doesn't maybe have as good ownership as San Fran. I mean, Jed is Jed, but you guys have money, so that makes a difference.
What's your team?
I'm from Maine, despise the Patriots, and I've been a Chiefs fan since 2003.
Okay. Do you
so
think
I'm kind of weird.
Did the right thing with Trey, putting him on the bench for a year, like the Chiefs did with Mahomes?
Jimmy is not Alex Smith. You guys would have won a Super Bowl with Alex Smith.
Oh yeah, agree. Yes,
easy.
Yes. Yep.
I mean, he had all the intrinsic things, the leadership things you gloat about with Jimmy.
Yep.
But like, people forget about what he did in college with Urban Meyer. Like, Alex Smith was an athlete. He was just a skinny, awkward kid.
Yes.
Who got, I mean, your head coach back then. Oh my God. And so, yeah, I mean, you're safe with Trey Lance. High character, you know, athlete. He's not Lamar speed, but like Steve McNair's the guy. And just picture him in Kyle Shanahan's offense and just have pleasant dreams through the offseason.
Thank you very much. Niner fans needed to hear that. Appreciate you, Casey.
Yeah, of course. Happy to provide some perspective.
Thank you. Call in anytime.
Thanks, man.
Jerry.
Hey,
Sorry to
Grant.
make you wait. How are you?
You're good. I'm totally fine. I have two quick questions for you.
Certainly.
So yesterday, I liked your theory. Yesterday, you mentioned that probably Kyle Shanahan didn't play Trey Lance so much in the red zone because after the first week in against the Lions, Jimmy drive down the field and then Trey threw a touchdown, and then everybody on the sideline was like, "What was that?" Right?
Yeah,
Not
first
cool. And then
drive.
Kyle was
Yeah.
like, "That's not popular. I won't do it again."
Yeah.
So, and you can see that there are definitely aspects of locker room not going with Kyle in several situations playing his quarterback. So, do you think there are any chances that Kyle Shanahan can screw up that he will lose the locker room? Like, how bad can Kyle screw up?
Yeah, I think he can. I think if he keeps Jimmy and Trey, benches Jimmy, and the locker room sees it as humiliating for their friend and their teammate, that could be one way. I think if you get rid of Jimmy and say, "Look, you all saw this coming. We told you this was coming. You
He
knew
said
it was
his
coming.
goodbye.
It's a business decision. Get over it. It could happen to me. It could happen to you. We all could be next if we don't win championships. That's our job." But if they keep him and they're like, "Well, we need him, but he's not our starter anymore," and then I think you open up a big can of worms, and I think it's the same situation as last year. And we already saw how Kyle, he didn't want to overrule his locker room. He was like, "Okay, I don't want to. I'm not going to risk losing my locker room." And I think he'd put himself in the same position if he brought Jimmy back. The same
Yeah.
position. It would be a repeat of 2021.
Jimmy
It would.
has to go next season.
I think
There's
so.
no doubt about that. He has
No
to
two ways
go
about it.
unless
Gotta
Kyle
go.
screw up.
That's
Yeah,
why I get
I
nervous when
agree.
Adam Schefter says stuff like, "Well, you might get like, please, Adam."
Nah, he play.
Yeah.
Right. My
Right.
second question is that yesterday I was on the SF Niners, and his chat was talking about a possible trade with Jimmy Garoppolo, which is trade away Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco second round, the overall pick 61 for Washington Commanders first round 11th overall. How do you think that trade would turn out, and do you like it?
I mean, for the Niners, I think is phenomenal. I think Washington fans would be so apoplectic if that went down. I think I have a homework assignment for people who watch this show. See if you can get to a show of like a Steelers YouTube channel or a Washington YouTube, if they exist, and ask them how they do. You want Jimmy? Because I keep hearing Niner fans tell me why Washington wants Jimmy. Can you get one Washington fan, one Washington media guy on YouTube, on Twitter to say this is the plan? I'd love to hear someone say it, man. Because until I hear that, I'm freaking skeptical. You know what I mean?
I'll do my homework, Grant.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Jerry. You can take your time on it though. No,
Yeah.
There's no deadline.
I appreciate you.
It's extra
I know
credit.
it's late, so yeah. I know it's late, so I'll let you go. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jerry. Have a good one.
You too.
All right. The Mac, just chilling.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm all right.
Hey, man. I heard the news. I'm sorry for your loss, man. That sucks.
Thank you. It does suck. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So I heard your 12 little things you had to say at the beginning. I had to go back and see and watch them. There's been a lot of things said in this show, and we're here at the end. But I wanted to touch on a bit of that because I used to do debate in school.
Okay.
But I wasn't sitting at the debate table. They would put me in the audience, so I would hear what people say and then come up and ask questions because there was like a time for questions.
I like that. Okay.
And
are you talking Lincoln
listening
Douglas
to your
debating?
Sorry?
Are you talking Lincoln Douglas debating? Where they talk
I don't
fast?
know.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know. It wasn't school. I'm not
Never
sure,
mind.
but it was a long time ago.
Never mind. All right, go ahead.
And I was points, and I really like your narrative of like 49ers. They want to trade Jimmy, but no one wants Jimmy, and so they're gonna have to try and maybe they'll keep Jimmy, and because they don't want to release him, and if they keep Jimmy, he's gonna have to play. And then you said something else. You said they should trade Kittle. And I think there's a bit of a contradiction there.
Let's talk.
Because the whole point of the whole premise you're placing is they won't release Jimmy if they can't trade him because it's a bad it's a bad move for the fans and for how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel trading Kittle is just as bad a look.
Fair. Let me be more specific. When I say it's a bad look to trade Jimmy, not trading Jimmy, it's trading Jimmy for a 6th-round pick. It's like, oh, we basically got nothing for Jimmy. And I think
I get
it's
it.
not that the locker room would be upset by that. It's that the media would crush the 49ers. They would crush the 49ers and they'd say, well, you didn't get anything out of, did they mishandle that? And wow, they got, this other team got, what a steal. They won the deal and Niners lost. They lost on the Patriots deal and they lost on this deal. I mean, I don't think that's what I'm saying. And if you trade,
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, either people see Jimmy as this good player who they've lost if they trade for a 6, and then maybe he gets traded higher because it's a loss, or people don't see him that good and they're like, okay, they got rid of him. They're going for trade. That's what I feel.
I think the media is much higher on Jimmy than the league is. I think the media likes Jimmy because he's a celebrity. He's got movie star looks. He's very charming. He comes from New England. He's played with the Niners. They love Jimmy, but I don't think the league does as much. And so I think people are talking about him. I like talking about him. He's a topic of conversation, almost like Tim Tebow, but he's not sought after by teams in the same way. I think. I don't know. The way I look at it. Like if you trade Kittle for a 1, I think the fan base, well, they didn't like trading Buckner for a 1, but there's differences. I mean, Buckner was 25 and had missed 1 game in 4 years. Kittle's missed 11 games the last 2. I think it's different.
But Kittle is also a celebrity, kind of.
It's true. Look, here's the thing. I'm not trying to change Niner fans' mind on this one, but let's just put our stake in the ground here. I'm saying trade Kittle. You're saying no. Let's check back in a year and see who's.
I'm actually not saying. I'm not saying don't trade Kittle. Okay. I'm saying that trading Kittle would be also bad towards the media. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see both of those things happening.
Right, because when they traded Buckner, the Niners got crushed, right? Like, what are you doing? Well,
yeah,
possible.
And it was like, oh, you're getting rid of a important piece of your team and a leader, and that Kittle also projects that kind of vibe. I don't know.
I don't think it affects the Niners trading Jimmy Garoppolo for a 6th-round pick. I don't think that hurts the locker room. I think the only reason not to trade him for a 6th-round pick or not to release him is because of egos in the organization. Not wanting to look like they lost on the deal, that they got worked by the Patriots and the next team. And I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they're happy to release him and move on and cut bait, because I think a lot of teams have no insecurities about that. But the Niners, they've held on to Jimmy this long.
The one thing that kind of
2 years ago, they turned down a 3rd-round pick from last year. They might feel like I can't lose face like that and trade him for a 6th-rounder now.
The only thing that kind of relaxes me on this is that they've been making big changes in their team, in their coaching and everything. So that makes me think, okay, maybe a change is coming. Maybe they are gonna just say, okay, out. Rich Scangarello specifically. I was looking for that. I was looking for quarterback coach is changed, and they changed it, and I was like, okay, that makes me think it's trade time.
If they can get a 3rd-round pick for Jimmy, I think they'll probably take it. But if it's lower than that, I hate to think that they'll say, well, if we keep him another year, we can get a 3rd-round comp. So there's no reason to trade him for less than that. Yes, there is. Cap space.
I feel like that is such a bad move. Like for me, my vision is that would look so much worse if they're just keeping Jimmy because, and everyone saw it last game. It's time for trade. It's what I feel is like what most people want. I don't know. Maybe that's just what I feel.
I think so too. All right, Meg. Thanks for calling in.
That was good. See you.
Have a good one, man. Peace. Martin.
Hey, Graham.
How you doing?
Hi, real fine. So first, all my love to you and your father and all your family for the loss.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So, we already maybe talk about it, but I'm a really big baseball fan. So no baseball this year, maybe. So I was just having fun crunching numbers like baseball away. So I maybe want to talk about football, Moneyball.
Okay.
Because it really baffled me how, the NFL is the greatest sports in America and so much money, and they are trash at evaluating numbers and crunching numbers. I mean, hire a guy from baseball and have those statistics, because they are. I don't understand why they put so much emphasis on a thing like accuracy and percentage of completion for quarterback. Because if you look at it like Tua, who got 70% of his pass, or Garoppolo can get like, I don't know, 67% of his pass like completed. I don't know this year. We're looking at the stuff. It doesn't really matter, because if you have like, if you got 70% of your pass right, but you have like 5 yards per play, does it really help you much that someone that has 55% percentage and can get 11 yards per play? So you have to get 10 yards on 4 play. If you get more yards every play, it matters if you like the pass all over the place and you get interceptions. But I mean, like, you look at Jimmy Garoppolo's number, like a yard per play this year, are pretty good. He's one of them. I think he's the first in the NFL for like a yard per attempts, but he is not. You have to get the yak out of that equation, because if you throw a screen for 93 yards to Debo, it's not yard per play for Jimmy. That's make absolutely not. It's like if you consider like Jimmy giving a handout to the running back, and you say, "Hey, Jimmy Garoppolo get 150 running yard this game." Jimmy Garoppolo didn't run for one. So when you crunch that number and you get rid of the yak number per play for Jimmy Garoppolo, it's that become abysmal. That's really bad. So I think they have to review the way they are evaluating like those the quarterback especially, but thinking about how they manage to get that first down, because it's all about it. It's about getting 10 yards in 4 play. That's why I'm really not a fan of punt. I mean, okay, if you have 10-yard lines, but I think there's no way you punt at your own 45 or even your like in punting in your zone, like at the other 45. That makes no sense. I mean, 3rd and 1, throw the ball. If you're intercepted, like in the end zone, or at the 5, it's like a punt. It doesn't matter. So you have to be more aggressive and push for more yard, and all that thing about, okay, we'll get like with the percentage and we'll advance like slowly and with the run and crunch the time. It's kind of good when you're ahead, and when you have a like season game where maybe the player are not really do not meant to push a lot to get that season game. But when you're in the playoff or things like that, the guys are gonna be there. The guys are gonna grit. They will not matter. That will be able to run. You have to be able to throw have a home run and score. And in link of that, you were talking about trading Kittle, trading the trade of Buckner, who will gonna play in the back. I think you have to trade Kittle. You have to trade but you don't have. I don't want a 1st-round pick for him. They prove it. I don't want Kittle again for just. I want a proven commodity. So trade Kittle for a cornerback. Trade Kittle for. I think you can get like a good slot receiver or a pretty good cornerback for Josh Kittle. And you were talking also the other year, it's the same thing. We talk Moneyball and money, and we're talking about signing Tart and what we do. Maybe I think they have to go away from Jaquiski Tart. He's a really good player. I like him. Tends to the same thing. If like you say, just if you sign him for 4 years and he's hurt on the 1st year, and then I think you have to play with what you got. Afonga can play. You have to work around him, get a good cornerback, and then Afonga can move like down on the line, and Jimmy Ward will play back. So I think they have to stop like trying to. They have to do what they have and manage. Same thing for Laken Tomlinson. If you put Aaron Banks aside of Trent Williams, he becomes way better than playing aside of Compton or McGlinchey. It's just about like using your guy and pushing them well. And you have to have guys that cost no money. You cannot sign all those guys and not playing with those numbers. So I think you have to moneyball more that thing in football.
Good call, man. Thanks for calling in. Good stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Grant.
I don't think I said this entire word in the entire thing. Guys, I only have time for one more call. It's 11:56. I was going to take it up to noon. I'm so sorry. And I needed to be Jacob because dude was in the hospital yesterday. So Jaden, Tennessee Niner, Korean Niner, I'm sorry. But I did make a promise to myself that I would stop this at 2 hours at noon. So I'm sorry. But I'll get you guys next time. Jacob, man, what the hell happened?
What's up, man? It's just something got wrong with my my chest. I
Are you
had
good?
some. Yeah, no, I'm good now.
All right, man.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. But I want to say, cut Jimmy right now. I want the Niners to cut Jimmy immediately.
Thank you.
Not just because of his cap. You need the team to be on Trey's side. It needs to be Trey's team. You need to push the Trey narrative and put that into fruition. So the kid has confidence to go out there and win games and know that these guys have their back. And if Kittle doesn't have his back, trade him too. As you said too, he gets injured a lot and he's not. I mean, it's hard. It's hard with Kittle. That's the thing, because it could be off and on with him.
Yeah.
And in the playoffs,
like he'll have games where he takes over. Like he did it against Seattle and Cincinnati, I believe. But it doesn't happen very much anymore.
And if he doesn't get back on that consistent basis, I would think that you would consider trading him because, what else are you going to get out of him besides blocking,
Right. But the reason I'm bringing it up now is I feel like if you wait another year, you run the risk of what you did with Jimmy. The Niners waited and waited and waited, and they're like, we could get a first for Jimmy, but let's just wait a year. And now you can't get anything for him. And that's your fault. You held on to him too long. That's why Bill Walsh said better to trade a guy a year early than a year late, because a year late, you can't trade him.
Exactly. And
you can't trade him. The word is out. Everyone knows what he is. Injury prone and
old. And old and washed. And he can't throw the ball.
I'm not saying Kittle is there yet, but 2 seasons that are below what he's supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, and it's the consistency. And with Jimmy, I think that I don't know what we could get for him. Give me a 7th rounder. I don't care. Give me a 6. It doesn't matter to me.
I'll take the 6th and move on.
I'll take a 6.
Thank you.
Done deal.
Done deal.
Easy.
Fine.
Easy. Or I just prefer to cut Jimmy either way. I don't see what he holds on his team besides being a good friend to everybody. And
he can be friends, on the off season. They can all hang out.
Exactly. They can hang out. They can go to Vegas. They can do whatever they want.
They can have a group chat.
On the same team.
A group text. They can hang. They can be in constant contact.
Kittle's gonna be like, "Hey, I miss you, man. Trey's kind of screwing up over here. Hey, man."
Oh, man.
I can't. But man, Jimmy just needs to get off this team, and I'm sick and tired of the conversations that he might come back. I'm tired of it. He's gone. He's gone. I promise.
You heard it here first. Goodbye.
He's gone. Bye, Jimmy.
Adios, buddy. All right, Jacob. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in at the buzzer.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you.
All right, take care for sure. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's a 2-hour Cohn phone. I'll be back tomorrow with more Cohn phoniness. See you guys. And sorry, TN Niner. If you're back tomorrow, I'll jump you to the front. I promise. I got you. All right, man. Later. See you guys.